So, how do we make our items rusty? So first of all, we're going to need some hydrogen peroxide, some white vinegar, and some salt. Now, this is fine sea salt, which is what I happen to have, but fine table salt will be perfectly acceptable. And what are we going to rust? Well, I've got a selection of items here. Safety pins, panel pins, paper clips, dressmaking pins, a bit of chain, a bit of wire, these are closed jump rings, some washers, some small jump rings, and these are some metal charms. Now, I know the safety pins, the paper clips, and the washers will rust really well, and some of the dressmakers. Some of the others I'm not sure about, but we're going to give them a go. So first of all, we need to put them into a container. Now I'm using a plastic container which I've used before for rusting items. So obviously make sure that whatever container you're using is not going to be used for anything particularly food-based. Now you may have noticed I am wearing protective gloves and an apron because first of all I don't really want my hands looking rusty when I come to take the things out, and also well, it's a bit of protection from the vinegar if you've got any little cuts. So I'm just going to pop all these into my container. Now when you look on the wonderful YouTube, you will of course find lots of other ways of rusting items, but this one is a method I've used and I know it works, so that's what I'm going with. So nearly here. Now, the lovely American lady I followed to learn how to do this. There we are, that's everything. Now, I've got them on the tray here as well, just to make sure that everything is contained. So a lovely American lady, normally in terms of how much liquid, just kind of uses the dump method. However, for those who like a little more specific amounts, this is what she recommends. So for a small amount like this, she recommends 1 cup of hydrogen peroxide. Now that relates to about 8 fluid ounces or 237 millilitres. Now I happen to know that this is 200 millilitres, so it's slightly less, but it will be fine. So I'm just going to put this into the cup just to show you. So that actually, funnily, it does fill the cup quite well. So I'm going to pour that in. And then the vinegar, which is white vinegar. So I'm just going to add a couple of tablespoons of the white vinegar. So once that's added, now that will actually start the process. It won't actually rust anything yet, but what I can already see is some of these closed jump rings are becoming a little bit darker. So I need to leave that for about half an hour now. So I'm going to come back to you in about half an hour and then we'll look at adding salt and what we do next.